Malaking kita pero malaki ring gastos, edi wala pa rin. Merong savings pero walang emergency fund, edi ubos pa rin. Nag-invest na walang alam, edi na-scam. Nag-start ng business pero kulang sa knowledge, edi nalugi. All of these can be avoided if you are financially literate and you know how to do personal finance. Hi guys, my name is Ador Flores. I talk about money-related topics like investing, budgeting, saving, and investing. So, if you like these topics, a sub to the channel would be highly appreciated. To begin with, let's talk about the difference between financial literacy and personal finance. Financial literacy basically means understanding how money works. This includes the knowledge that money is not just for spending. Instead, seeing it as a tool that can make our lives easier or a living hell. Now, when it comes to using money as a tool, that is where personal finance comes in. Personal finance means managing your money while being financially literate at the same time. A person that is not financially literate only spends money. On the other hand, a person that is financially literate budgets money, saves money, has an emergency fund, invests, and has insurance. Sige, knowing those two sides, let me know in the comment section which side are you currently on. Okay, so now that you know the difference between financial literacy and personal finance, let us proceed. So as you've heard, financial literacy and personal finance affect each and every single one of us. It does not matter if you're a Filipino or another nationality. It does not matter if you're a lawyer, a police, a nurse, a doctor, or even if you are a tambay. Because all of us will have money. Kahit bata pa lang, meron na tayong pera, meron na tayong baon. Managing your finances can be hard, but you must learn it so that you can achieve your financial goals and the life that you want. Example of a financial goal. Gusto mo ma-achieve mo yung first 100k mo. Okay, so what's your personal finance plan? Are you going to save more and spend less? Are you going to start a small business? Are you going to invest? Ganyan mag-isip mga lods. Personal finance starts with earning. Ano ang income mo ngayon? May trabaho ka ba? May business ka ba? Or student ka pa pero meron kang ipon galing sa allowance mo? So, we have established na meron talagang laman ang wallet mo. Pero, earning is just the tip of the iceberg. But no worries, I will make everything easy to understand for you. Okay, so step 1 is budgeting. Budget your money so that you will not overspend. Example, the 50-30-20 budget rule. 50% for your needs, 30% for your savings, and 20% for your wants. So let's say naka-earn ka ng 10,000 pesos. 50% or 5,000 pesos goes to your needs like groceries, rent, tuition, baon, and many more. And 30% or 3,000 pesos automatically goes to your savings, so tago mo yan. And lastly, 20% or 2,000 pesos goes to your wants. Hindi rin pwede na wala tayong para sa atin kasi tayo ay ma-deprived. At kapag deprived tayo, mauubos ang savings natin. Example, from January to November, tipid na tipid ka talaga. Wala kang mga gastos para sa iyong sarili. However, when December comes, there is a huge chance that you might spend all of your savings just because na-deprive mo ang sarili mo. So, importante rin merong pera para sa iyong sarili, and 20% or 2,000 pesos is more than enough sa 10,000 pesos na budget. Na extra money na hindi magasto is money saved. Remember, money saved is money earned. You can budget by writing it or using Google Sheet or Excel. I personally use Google Sheets. Tingnan mo to. Mag-input lang ako ng 10,000 pesos and automatically yung Google Sheets ko ay mag-budget para sa akin. Credits to Miss Invest for this budget tracker. Step 2, track every peso. Now that meron ka ng budget system, follow it by writing down every single purchase you make. Kumain ka ng kwek-kwek, ilista mo yan. Bumili ka ng cellphone, ilista mo yan. Bayad ng rent, ilista mo yan. Kung ang budget mo sa wants ay 20% or 2,000 pesos, huwag talaga mag-spend beyond 2,000 pesos. Kasi, mortal sin yon. Step 3, build an emergency fund. For clarification, savings and emergency funds are not the same. Savings refer to money that you have set aside to use in the future. Saving for a house, saving for a car, saving to have a family soon, ganyan. On the other hand, an emergency fund is money that you cannot touch unless of course there is an emergency. To build an emergency fund, set aside 3 to 6 months of your income. So let's say 10 pesos ang monthly income mo. So that means 30,000 pesos or 60,000 pesos should be your emergency fund. Yes, it is not easy to build an emergency fund, but remember, it is for your own good. You will surely thank yourself in the future if you lose your job or you get into an accident because you have an emergency fund ready. And step number 4 is have more than one income. If you only have one income, you will most likely work forever. Nag 60 years old ka na lang, you are still working for the job you hate, with the co-workers you hate, with the boss you hate, and the salary that you hate. If you want to leave there earlier or retire earlier, then have more than one income. How? Here are some examples. Work another sideline job. Start a small business or a small side hustle. Start a passive income business like a piso Wi-Fi business, an automatic tubig water machine, an automatic car wash business, and many more. Invest! Ang daming investments ngayon. Merong stocks, crypto, REITs, mutual funds, index funds, and so many more options. But disclaimer, learn before you invest. You can compare it to this analogy. If you are given a Ferrari, that would be lovely. However, if you do not know how to drive, you will still get into an accident no matter how beautiful the car is. And that is just like investing. Even if you choose a nice investment, there is a high possibility that you will still lose money simply because you do not know how to invest it properly. Another way to earn income is by renting your stuff. Rent your house, rent your car, rent your camera, rent your other stuff. That is passive income. Okay, so let's use a table with 6 legs as an example. If that table loses 1 leg, it can still stand. And if it loses 2 legs, it will still stand because it still has 4 legs. Just like in real life, if you have multiple sources of income and you lose 1 or 2, you will still be okay. But what if you rely on one income only, like a job or one business? The pandemic was proof that you can easily put yourself in a bad position if you only have one income. The pandemic caused a lot of people to lose their jobs and to close a lot of businesses as well. Plus, may inflation pa. So let's learn from all of those and let's proceed with step number 5, which is to get insurance. Insurance is something that you need but do not recognize unless kung nasakit ka na or wala ka ng savings. A lot of Filipinos don't have health and life insurance for many reasons. Number 1, it is complicated. Number 2, it is not taught in schools and it is not taught in homes. Number 3, there are bad financial advisors. But I'll give you an example of how insurance changed the life of this family. A client was paying 3,000 pesos per month for her insurance. After 15 months, she died due to an accident. So that means 3,000 pesos times 15 months, she paid a total of 45,000 pesos. But her family received 1,516,000 pesos. Yes, she paid 45,000 pesos and received 1.5 million because of her insurance. Let's be honest, 1.5 million pesos will not bring her back, nor any amount will do. But because of her decision to get insured, her family will no longer need to withdraw from their savings, no need to withdraw their emergency fund, no need to withdraw their investment, no need to pay for funeral expenses, and of course, hindi na kailangan mag-utang, simply because she was insured. But before you get an insurance, make sure that you have a steady income first, because one of the primary reasons for insurance is to protect your income. Ano naman ang i-protect kung wala kang income? If you want to get insurance, we can talk about it one-on-one by going to my beacons link in my link description. Step number 6 is to have good financial habits. Example of good financial habits is not going to party every weekends, pay your bills on time, follow your budget system diligently, staying away from bad debt or bad utang, and of course by following Ador Flores on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and of course subscribe here on YouTube. Honestly, I believe financial literacy and personal finance should be a lifestyle instead of a habit because it can greatly improve your financial life. Okay, so those are the essential steps on how to live a healthy and a financially stable life. By creating a budget, tracking your expenses, building an emergency fund, having multiple sources of income, getting insurance, and having good financial habits, there is no doubt that you will reach your financial goals soon. That's it. Thank you for watching. Join the grind crew and remember, make every grind count.